first off, we are going to talk about the usual section. And Janae, like Delilah said, she sent in her drama segment. So we are going to get started with the drama in the NFL as we always do. So this is Janae has said, we got to talk about this Jim Harbaugh. He's leaving Michigan, Kate, and will be the new head coach of the Chargers. How and what, where, when did this happen? And cuz we're going to be discussing. And Kate, I got to go to you first. What do you think of this?
Um, I cried quite a bit last night. I don't know if I've ever shared this on this show, but Harbaugh is the reason um, I fell in love with Michigan as a little girl watching football with my dad. I'm going to try not to cry doing this because that's how much he means to me. He is my first football love, and it happened last night, and it happened with some controversy because the regents and the athletic director decided last minute to allow this clause that granted him immunity since he already served 6-game suspension over the last season. So he thought he had paid his dues for all the controversy, all the hiccups, everything that had happened. So he's like, if they try to come at me again for something, which they have nothing to go for me on, grant me immunity. But that didn't happen. So amidst waiting to see if he could come back to Michigan, he decided to sign his contract with the Chargers and return to the NFL. So it's very bittersweet. I know he flirts with the NFL, but he's never been this serious. But I think it's because of all that happened over the last season at Michigan that he decided to go to the NFL after all. Anyway, it's bittersweet. Yes, he's going to the Chargers. I got into some controversy this morning as well, some side drama, because I mean, anyone in the LTF family will know I've never been a Herbert supporter. Never. I've never thought he was that great of a quarterback. People have said, oh, he's top 5. He's top 5. I was like, prove to me he's top 5. He's not made a deep run in the playoffs. He's not made it to a Super Bowl. He's not done the things that elite quarterbacks do. Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, it's let's get rid of him, Harbaugh, and let's see what you can do. But he is a quarterback's coach. He can coach any quarterback he's ever done. He did it with Andrew Luck at Stanford. He did it with Colin Kaepernick at the 49ers. So maybe there's a miracle that he will get Mr. Herbert where he needs to be in the NFL. I know he's got a very diverse young team there. So we'll see what happens. Anyway.
Absolutely. He didn't they just have a great season of almost a perfect score?
They were undefeated 15-0 and we won the national championship. So
see now why he was on the sidelines at the visiting his brother at that game now. And I feel for you. Delilah, what do you got to take about this?
Hey, I think the Chargers have a good one. He used to play for the Chargers, not just for the Bears, which is kind of why we're sad we didn't get him. So, you know, he played for the Bears, played for Chargers. I think it's kind of nice that he's going back to coach a team he used to play on. He also played for Michigan, by the way, and also coached there and led them to success. So I think the Chargers are wanting that good luck to repeat. Mm-hmm. You know, so I feel like they want that to repeat with Jim over here and trying to do the same thing where he led, you know, Michigan to a natty. So I'm assuming that's kind of what they want going over here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I mean, there's the carousel is going around of this head coaches, right? So, you know, I think we're talking about even Belichick, someone was yapping saying that they might get it for the Atlanta Falcons, but here we sitting with Mr. Billy, Sir Billy Check is still to be taken, and there's a lot, not as much teams at the table anymore. I This is quite insane. I think since he's a very well seasoned person. I'm gonna go to you, Kate. Thoughts on Mr. Belichick?
I think that he needs to take time off and just either be an analyst for now or just take a break and just enjoy a little time to himself. He's been coaching a long time. I know his age has played a factor in his hiring. I know one of the things that Atlanta wanted was a younger coach. That was why they were hoping to get a second interview with Harbaugh. He's 10 years younger than Belichick. So we'll see what happens. But I know they were talking on ESPN radio because the nerd of sports I am, that's what I listen to on the way to work. They even said that maybe he should take a gap year and maybe really try to decide if it is coaching he wants to do some guest analyst positions and do some other things. Maybe be a consultant for a team, help them draft, do things like that, work war rooms for draft teams and do things off the field. But just I'm excited for Atlanta with Raheem Morris. I think it'll be good for them. They have a very youthful team. So, but Bill needs to take a year. I think he needs to take time off. I think he needs to be done coaching for now. He had a rough end to his career in New England. So it's time for Bill to just set off to the sunset for a little bit. Let these younger coaches come in, shake these teams up, reform them. And I think definitely he needs to retire, to be honest, but take some time off to really decide what he wants.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just learned about him last season a little bit, so this is kind of a little too late with me coming in, learning about
You're fine.
all of his seasons and stuff. So, it does seem like a golden era of with the Patriots and stuff, and his resume. I don't think it's going to top with a lot of these coaches. It's going to take quite a dynasty to do that. And Delilah, what do you have to think about this?
Yeah, I think I agree with Kate. I was paying attention to Atlanta, kind of what they were looking. And you have to interview someone like Bill Belichick. So I understand why they did the 2 interviews. They really wanted Jim. It's obvious that that's kind of what they wanted. And I think that's why so many of us thought, it'll be Bill, right? I feel like a lot of people really were betting on Bill Belichick being the new head coach for Atlanta. However, everything I hear about Raheem Morris are good things. Like, he is a leader. I know the players on the Rams really respect him. He did good things on the Rams defense. People forget that part. So, and I feel like this is a good place. I think that Atlanta did make the right decision with what was left on the field. I think it made sense. I don't know if Bill does have a gap year left in him. But yeah, maybe he should sail into the sunset and just anyone would hire him to be at least a consultant on a team. You know what I mean? I feel like he could do that. He doesn't have to go talk on ESPN or any other sports shows, but he could be a consultant somewhere. We'll see. There's like 2 teams left looking for head coaches: the Commanders and Seattle. So as far as I know, the last 2 vacancies left. So we'll see what happens.
Seattle could be a sleeping giant, 12th man, 12th person. I don't know. I just wanted to take also too, some people are chiming in here online with hey Johnny, Bill won't get a shoeless win title now. How many wins are away from the record is Bill? That is a good question. Oh my goodness, we're definitely if Tampa were hiring a head coach, oh boy, that is very true. Everyone's looking for the NFC, which all over the football.
That
Well,
is very
yeah,
true.
that's true.
He served
Mhm.
as the general manager for New England and wore many hats. And yeah, after Tom Brady decided he was moving on, it was going to be tough pickings and
Yeah.
everything for Bill. So
It'll be weird, interesting to see him transition, if any. I don't know if he's had so much of his career with all of these reporters and stuff. Might have some history going way back into the early seasons for him. I don't know.
he might
Reunion.
want to he might want to take a book of a page from Saban, who he coached with at the Browns, and maybe the two of them at their age can just retire together
And hang out on the couch.
and hang out on the couch.
Do a podcast. Yes.
Oh
Awesome.
my
Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Let's do a podcast. Like the old fogies, just something funny playing on their age. Like,
like
Mhm.
a
The gold.
like the Golden Years podcast, like the Mannings.
something, that'd be funny.
Oh, that would be. Oh my God!
Ah,
Can you picture those two old fuddy duddies sitting on a couch, drinking tea or something?
mhm.
That would be funny.